Hey Dan, how are
Hey,
you?
Michelle. Good to see you.
I'm
We'll edit
so
that out.
I'm, I'm so excited to see you.
You too. I'm
You brought
fine.
all sorts of groceries with you today.
I did. I stopped at Publix on the way here because I was like, some of my clients have asked me lately about how do you do like plant-based eating? Like for the like give me the too late didn't read
Like the
option.
fast version.
Right. The tell me what do I do? What do I pick up? Because I don't have time to go through a cookbook. I don't have time
Did
doing
have
that
I
stuff.
told you about my little thing on like learning about gut microbiome and all this stuff?
No, tell me more.
Well, no, we have to talk about that
Okay, let's do
today.
now.
But I
Yeah.
want to I want to talk about like what you have in front of you.
Okay,
And then
so
I'm going to tell you how good it is for your gut microbiome.
okay, good. Well, I love it. So I discovered this because I was like, I want and I think I told you I've got all these like cookbooks on plant-based eating these days, and I'm about like 90% adherent. And I say that word because I still do really enjoy the taste of meat and cheese. Oh my gosh, tastes so good sometimes. However, we've talked about this before on the podcast. My cholesterol is the reason why I have to cut back on all those things. So the parts I've been thinking of is like, how do I find like fast and easy, like plant-based meals? And so I wanted to show you what I've kind of come up with because some of my clients have asked me about this too. And one of the key things is I think to approach it from making a bowl, like a bowl option that you see in a lot of these restaurants these days, like what is it like Kava, Fresh Kitchen? Almost God, bowls are everywhere these days. Like that, I feel like that's like the cheapest thing these days. Um, but what I've discovered, and this I'm gonna show up on here in the camera here, is frozen quinoa and kale. Is this particular brand? There's a couple brands out there. This one's Path of Life. Um, but I've discovered that this is a helpful way. It's all it's organic, but it's also all kind of plant-based and minimally processed. And so you microwave this for about 4.5 minutes, and it makes two. So you kind of divide it in half, and then you can add in a vegetable too. So peas and carrots are the other thing that I have here. For you guys kind of see frozen peas and carrots. This one's from Publix. This is what my 10-year-old really likes, actually. Um, and I mean, who doesn't like peas and carrots? They're tasty. Peas have good protein too. And then you add in a bean option. There's a few things you can do here. So we got one here, which is chickpeas, which I think are great. Again, you're making two bowls, so you just kind of divide the can in half between both. I also got
You can use garbanzo beans, northern beans,
mhm,
black
black
beans.
beans of the other one over here. You got, and then another one that I like too, for those of you who like a little different, are edamame, which is like they're just soybeans. But another great thing to add in protein with a good amount of fiber. And then you just kind of mix and then you season it however works for you. I also got too some tofu for those of you who like tofu. Um, I kind of find that it really only takes on the flavor of everything else. So, but if you wanted to add in tofu, you can do that as well. Um, and then season it with salt and pepper or your favorite kind of non-salt kind of seasoning like Mrs. Dash. Um, or my 10-year-old loves that everything bagel seasoning. So all these things, but the thing that I wanted to kind of highlight is that you could probably make this at work too, by the way. If you needed like a work kitchen like lunch option that probably is actually cheaper than buying a microwave meal at the grocery store.
For sure.
Um and nutritionally is probably better for you than what you might get there. This is a great place to kind of start, and then you make a bowl and then you put saran wrap on your other bowl and you have it for the next day or whenever you want to eat again. So,
Yeah. So this gets to a really good point about
mhm.
this whole biome thing. Okay.
Yes. Tell us,
So you
Michelle.
know that there's like bacteria that live in your gut, and you
Ooh.
know that there's a huge amount of research that is being done on the brain and the gut pathway.
Hmm.
And I think the one who's popularized this the most is Dr. Gundry. He wrote a book called The Gut Brain Paradigm or Gut Brain Connection. You guys can correct me in the comments, but I thought it was really fascinating. They talk about the gut buddies and making your gut buddies happy. And
Mm.
the only thing that I'll kind of point out is about we have a lot of plastic going on with some of this stuff.
Oh
So
yeah, the packaging.
so we live in this society of these microplastics, and
Hmm.
our microplastics are in our bloodstream and hanging out in our organs. So I would say is try to get like graduated up to the whole beans. It takes
Hmm.
a little bit more time, but if you can, whether it's in a bin or you can get the whole beans that are available and you wash them and you soak them overnight and then
Mhm.
you cook them, as particularly if you have a pressure cooker or something that
Mhm.
you can pressure cook it. But I agree with you. If you make the entry point too complicated, a lot of people won't do it.
Right. Oh, totally.
But
Right.
what's really important about a variety of foods like this that are all plant-based is your microbes that are in your gut really like it. And when you eat meat products, almost all meat products, they concentrate whatever their food source was. And in a lot to make meat actually grow faster, they concentrate hormones, they concentrate a lot of the antibiotics that they're given. And then you're eating all of their stuff. Or if they're
Yeah.
being fed a lot of corn products, you're eating things that that maybe you didn't intend on eating.
Mhm.
So your gut microbiome is really important for your sleep connection because a lot of the bacteria that in your gut actually make the vitamins that actually help you sleep.
Mm.
So a good healthy gut can really help your
Get you
sleep.
better sleep. Also, I feel like one of the things I love about a more plant-based diet too is your fiber intake is just drastically higher. So the regularity on things is amazing. Like, you eat food, it cleans you out, and you kind of can feel it. You're like, oh, yep, it's time to clean it out. So time to go. So,
Anyway, so let us know if you've tried this
hmm
at home.
yeah.
Either switching to more plant-based or more variety of things, and definitely meal prep and plan is one of those things that would be a not terrible thing to do when you're tired but not sleepy.
hmm
I know that
Yeah.
I grow some of my own like bean like sprouts,
hmm
off of
hmm
lentils, and you have to rinse it a couple times a day. So definitely, I don't miss the nighttime, rinsing one. I
Right.
might be running out the door for the morning, but you rinse it twice a day and they grow nice and healthy. And then you have
Yeah.
your own greens to put on top of this stuff after you cook it.
I
It's like a
love it.
crunchy
Yeah.
piece that you put on top.
Ooh, that's a good idea. I didn't think about that. I've also seen, what is it? I've seen dried lentils, not as the ones that are they're like cooked, but then they're seasoned and then they're dried. I've seen those too as like a topper for things.
Yeah. Well,
So,
I think when we were at our podcast convention, we were having
oh
the puff
yeah,
peas
we
and things.
did.
So
Yeah. See, there's lots of things you can do, which is you can even take chickpeas if you wanted a snack. You can take these chickpeas, rinse them off and then throw them in your air fryer for like 5-10 minutes, like season them. And then you got like a crunchy snack. If you're someone that wants like a crunchy thing, and this can's like what, dollar 25? I mean, probably depends on where you're shopping at, but I mean, it's not a lot of money for a can of good protein with high fiber in it.
and it doesn't expire.
Right. Right.
I mean, everything expires, but really technically
Right.
you can eat it and not have to throw it away.
Well, and the other thing too that I love about it too, because I was thinking about this, like if you wanted a healthy snack on the go, I mean, pretty much if you bought someone else making you dried chickpeas, you'd pay like 20 times more for this versus if you literally just like did it yourself
Mhm.
and then you had these available as a snack
That's
versus,
pretty typical.
yeah.
You can look back. It was less than a year ago. You can see our episode on nutrition and sleep,
hmm
but it's important to realize that food can be medicine, just like
Absolutely. Yep.
medicines and behavior can be medicine.
Absolutely. Another plug here too. This one is quinoa and kale, but you've also seen cauliflower rice as another option. Um, there was something else that I saw recently too, but I would say just go browse at least when I do this, I just go browse the frozen food section and the grocery store, wherever you kind of go get your groceries at, or the app, depending on how you shop, and get creative. Like just think through how you can add in more whole foods that are minimally processed and then go have fun.
Try it and let us know. All right, until next time.
Bye, Sleep
Bye.
Nation.